What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Good, good, you rip-raring. You're rip-raring to go. I don't know what the fuck that word is. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Well?
Okay then, let's get this show on the road.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Everyone, find your assigned seats. And so, the curtains opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Want to save? Yeah, let's save. Set skills. I got the melodious voice, vocabulary, increased bullet capacity, effective during bullet time battle. Sure. That it? Wow, I suck. I got that from Celeste. All right, that's all I got. This was irrelevant, right? You guys said that was not important. Finish preparations. Everything is set to go. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it,
then
only they will receive punishment.
Eject him at the airlock.
If you pick the
Dude,
wrong
if it's
one,
Byakuya, unlike Leon, I'm going to take joy in his death.
then I'll
If it's not
punish
Byakuya,
everyone besides the blackened.
I'm gonna feel bad.
And the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off,
We already know the rules.
let's talk about the murder weapon.
We have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. A dumbbell. Apparently it was a dumbbell. Make your arguments. Apparently I didn't find anything else. The locker room dumbbell. Yeah, apparently that's it. I honestly don't believe. I honestly don't believe that it was the dumbbell.
It was a head wound.
Yeah?
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Shoot.
Do you think about it one more time? There must have been a contradiction.
Chihiro's fatal injury.
That's dumb. That's why I put it there. Yeah, the blunt instrument was the dumbbell. Some kind of blunt instrument.
But what kind of blunt instrument?
What a
could it have
fucking...
been?
you can't blame me for that one.
An iron pipe.
Fuck you, you idiot. Were you not paying attention? Were you not in the room? Actually, you weren't in the room. You fucking idiot.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime?
How much does it weigh,
It
though?
was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yay! That's so creepy.
Shut up, Hifumi.
If you don't
Why couldn't you
mind,
have died?
I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit.
No, he's leading the fucking... The narrative. He's taking control of the narrative.
Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Wow. Why do you say that with this Genocide Jack? Why do you say that with an accent? Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer? Did he really kill Chihiro? A new element has been added to non-stop debates. Wait, what? What's he talking about? For this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines. Think of them as obstacles in your debates. But there's a way to keep the white noise from getting in your way. Press the right mouse... I don't know what the fuck the right mouse button is. To attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the right noise. Does anyone know what the right mouse button is on a controller? However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease. So take careful aim when you use your silencer out. Probably a trigger. Wait, so what does this mean? Shoot the white noise, but don't shoot the text? Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In which case, you can forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. Well then, good luck and have fun. Left trigger. So what's my bullet? Genocide Jack case file.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
What am I supposed to? Am I supposed to put the ping?
Come on. There's just no proof for it.
Oh! I almost fucking shot that text. I almost shot that text. I didn't equip the silencer. I didn't know how to equip the silencer, but I almost fucking shot it, but I dodged it.
Might
Calculated.
know one reason he could be involved.
Actually calculated. You know what? Fuck the silencer. I don't need it.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library.
Untrue. Why am I telling half-truths? Byakuya showed me the
I
file.
guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
Why am I omitting this important detail?
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now.
Fuck
More
you.
importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be 2 defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case.
He's still...
First is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every
He's taken
murder.
such control of the narrative.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
Boob lust. I agree.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
What about the scissors? They never mentioned the scissors. They never brought up the fact that scissors were
Never made
used in all the
public?
other files.
What the hell is it?
This is why I think it's not Genocide Jack. Genocide Jack, like, stabs people with custom-made scissors or some shit like that. Whereas this one was just done with a dumbbell.
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
The other characteristic of every Genocide Jack, which the world doesn't know, if I'm not mistaken, it has to do with how the victim is positioned.
Apparently, in
T-pose.
every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer,
T-pose.
the only people who know
How they're
about
animated.
this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way.
Yes, but you
So,
also know
How did
this.
the culprit know about this?
How do
when
you know
only
about this?
high-level police officials were aware of it.
The Illuminati.
There's only one logical answer I can think of.
The Illuminati.
Because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide
Dude,
Jack.
and what a perfect alibi. The fact that, like, Genocide Jack is actually there.
No fucking way.
Of course they would want to kill him.
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes. In fact, it's Toko.
Dude, there it is. He's immediately fucking pointed blame onto her. It's so
Genocide
Byakuya.
Jack's true identity.
It's so fucking Byakuya. What a bitch.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack?
Count
The
Chocula.
answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. It's multiple personality. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? Of course. The multiple dissociative identity disorder. What am I doing? Wait. What's it called? This, it's the word, right? Determines the special actions. What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to shoot the letters that make the word. S-H-D. I don't fucking know. H, I think, was an important one. I. But, S. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to, like, S? Schizo? S. R. I was wrong. Z. Oh, second letter. S? That'd be like a C. Then a Z. Schizo. Skitsy? Skitsy. Is there an O? There is an O.
Now I understand.
Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know how to
Is it
spell
because
words.
Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Dude, you can't throw words like dissociative identity disorder, multiple personality disorder, and then just have the key word be schizo. What if I don't know what schizophrenia is? In fact, I don't really know what schizophrenia is. I thought that just means you're crazy.
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They
That's
thought
fine.
that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Dissociative. You're a fucking good one.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
I need him to shut up. I need Byakuya to stop talking. She arrived late, her behavior changed, she fainted. Wait, what? One thing that shows Toko could have a split personality has to do with her behavior? Her behavior changed. Yeah.
Got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different
That.
than usual, right?
Dude, I get so nervous during these choices.
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
Ah. The Ahigao face. Whoa, is that a dead body? Are you dead? She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and a back, a top, an inning, and a bottom. I see a truth and a web of lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can.
Dude, this is so obvious. He's not fooling anyone. If this was really Among Us, everyone would see through Byakuya's fucking clear.
So when Toko trapped herself
He's a
in
terrible
her
liar.
room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
He'd be launched out the airlock immediately. And then if it wasn't him, well, if it wasn't him, we'd all die. Imagine if Among Us was like that. Imagine if Among Us, if you killed the wrong person, if you launched the wrong person out the airlock, everyone, the innocent instantly lost. Imagine. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
Yeah.
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
What?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
Listen, he learned that and then he used that to his advantage to manipulate her. And now he's using this to try and gain the win.
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
I mean, it's true.
Tell anyone.
And it's also because the best lies are rooted in truth. And all of this is true. She is Genocide Jack. She is a murderer. She does have a split personality. But I don't think she killed Chihiro. It's like the perfect...
I can't believe
It's like the perfect setup. It would fool anyone who's not as smart as me.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
She hasn't, technically. I think. I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise, but don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control again. Oh, her promise that Genocide Jack wouldn't kill anyone?
My promise, you would go out with me.
A date.
That's the
A
only
date.
reason
How many
Oops.
times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing.
Fuck you. Also, he's emotionally manipulating her.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You
Ooh. Oh, wait, I want to hear from Genocide Jack. Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next seconds... Imagine her, she, like, physically changed.
Well, hello there. Is it me you were hoping to see?
Genocide Jill!
Yes. What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
Why change it? Why'd you go through a sex change? Also, what happened to the ultimate, like, writer shtick?
What the fuck is this?
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's fault.
Weird.
She's so intense.
It's kind of weird.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Dude, Sakura, just snap her neck right now.
Well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives
It's like
another
Byakuya.
that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack? Is this... Why'd she change her name? This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
What are your thoughts? What is your defense about killing Chihiro?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds!
Except for this one.
Kidding.
The mastermind has gotten caught.
It's not true?
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
Go buck wild.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
What a freak.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for
Wait for her to say it. Wait for her to say it. Yeah, no, I didn't do it.
There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
What do you have to say to this, Genocide Jack?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would
This
be
isn't
revealed.
even a better alibi for him to try to convince everyone to kill her.
Let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh?
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre
There it is.
fashion.
There it is.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Dude, I love it when, like, a fucking psychopathic serial killer is, like, has to tell people that they're not the fucking murderer. They have to, like, they're, like, very clearly, like, they're like, I know I'm innocent. I am a fucking murderer who, like, just kill people and I'll take joy from it. But I didn't do this one. I love it.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster!
Huh, maybe. Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details about all of this. Make your argument. What am I doing? The status of the dead body. Dead. What do you mean the status of the dead body?
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need?
The status of the dead body. I don't know what this bullet goes to.
You killed her.
Is this the silencer? Fuck! I just have to focus on remembering Chihiro's body. That must have the answer. That should prove that what he said isn't quite true. What he said. What Byakuya said.
I didn't kill anyone!
No, that slows down time. I don't know how to equip the silencer.
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
Yeah, the motive works.
Do we need?
The motive is fine.
Give it up.
I think it's his last one. Wait, what? What am I supposed to shoot this bullet at? The status of the dead body? I didn't kill anyone. Right, you didn't.
Say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Don't have an alibi.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
This? That's all I got.
No, that's wrong.
That's all I got. I guess that was the answer.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
That was apparently the answer.
How's it any different?
How's it different? The fucking scissors!
No? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things.
How could Byakuya have been so stupid not to use scissors?
Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
Dude, Chef Boyardee, nice!
This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear difference between the murders. In the photos from other Genocide Jack cases, look at the neck and the stomach. Just the victim's fatal injury, the style of the fatal injury. The scissors.
For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way.
I mean, we only saw these two pictures, but that was enough to question the scissors.
According to the case file,
God, I'm so smart.
They were all apparently killed with
I fucking solved this case
scissors.
before they even wanted me to.
But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes.
How strong is
It's
Byakuya?
remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
All right, you're losing me, Jill. I don't know what you're saying.
Stop comparing killing people
I don't know what you're saying. I don't cook.
Are you saying the other difference?
I know
has
it's
to
just
do with how
pasta.
the body was arranged?
That's right. The second difference is related to how she was suspended. In the photos, the other side Genocide Jack cases, all the other victims were stabbed through their hands. Here you see a clear difference. The body, how her body was posed, what was used. The extension
Do you
cord.
remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her
Some
wrists.
kind of rope. How dumb are we? I could spot an extension cord from a mile away.
What is your point?
That's not true. But like in the room, you're gonna look at someone's extension cord hand.
Well,
Doesn't look like
in all
rope.
the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was
God,
used to suspend them.
sloppy Byakuya.
Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
Very sloppy. For someone who's very interested in the Genocide Jack
I used my
cases,
own specially designed scissors for the murders.
you fucking
and the
suck.
arrangement.
You're pretty dumb.
Like I said,
You don't
I'm a
deserve to inherit the
professional,
Illuminati.
so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's 2 differences, but he's wrong.
I like Big Mac. Big Mac's better than Makoto.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Uh-oh. I didn't look at the names. The names were all Japanese.
I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
They were all boys. Let's see. There's a pattern surrounding the Genocide Jack victims, and Chihiro didn't fit it. If you look at the names of every victim, what you'll notice is, I think I figured it out. Because Chihiro is a girl, Chihiro is her friend, Chihiro is her lover. Chihiro is a girl. I didn't look at the names. I skimmed them because they were all Japanese.
Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo, bullseye, right on the money.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
In all
Oh.
the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
I don't really know the gender of Japanese names, but that's fine. I gathered it from these 2 pictures. Ken, Tetsuhiro, Shoji, Kano, Takeshi, Takefumi. Yeah, am I supposed to know that these are male names? Greg. It's not like Greg,
guys.
Tom, Billy, Jim. I guess that might be the equivalent.
That's right. The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men.
Now she's a tsundere.
I can't believe I said it. I'm
Now that's a tsundere.
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it. I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it.
Oh, Hifumi's gonna fucking die to her then.
But now I'm on the fast track to becoming
Yandere. Fuck!
Madam.
It's a yandere. Shit!
So
I still don't know the
Chihiro
difference.
was a girl and not an adorable little man. You wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and
Yeah,
your
I'll learn one of
philosophy.
these days. One of these days I'll
That's
learn.
not all there is
It'll
to
click
it.
one of these days. It's only been like 3 months that I've been asking the difference between yandere and tsundere, and I still don't
It's a
know.
different matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly, cur.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
Duh!
Does make some amount of sense.
Yeah, I want to be
Whatever
caught.
reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
She just fucking pulls out the scissors and stabs him right there.
Scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world.
Honestly, it'd be very clear if she murdered. If Genocide Jill ever murdered someone, it'd be very clear that she did it with scissors.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
No, the girls all have scissors.
Da-da-da-da!
Damn!
She's fully equipped.
That's right. So I can kill anywhere, anytime.
Nice!
Resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side.
Jesus.
Go
That
ahead,
means
tell me I'm
if
wrong.
she ever is going to kill someone, it'd be Toko. Because if Genocide Jill kills anyone, it'll be obvious that it was Genocide Jill because she just used the scissors. That means if she were to kill it, Toko would probably have to do it.
Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on. There's one more person. One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. Yeah, Byakuya. Select someone. Fucking bitch.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it?
Bitch.
You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Yeah.
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
You did it. It was obvious. You took control. You tried to take control of the narrative. I saw right through it.
Then, the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was...
Because everything fit too good.
Because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp
What
on
a
it.
fucking cunt.
The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
When? I don't fucking know. Gives a shit. This is not part of the trial. Did you murder her? Yes or no? That's the answer. Who gives a fuck when you started acting suspicious? You stopped coming to breakfast. You're just reading all day in the library.
Looking back and thinking about it now,
Who gives a fuck?
the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
And the locker rooms. They're suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious? It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
We didn't know Chihiro was dead at this point. You fucking... You slipped. You done goofed.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
You done goofed.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Fucking launch him out the airlock. Launch him out the airlock. Everyone should hit I voted right now.
Okay,
right
then.
immediately.
What's so strange about it?
Ain't
Go
fucking
ahead.
done.
Share with the rest of the class.
There was a clear contradiction in what Byakuya just said. I need to make sure it's clear to everyone. A new element has been added to the non-stop debates. Yeah. Yeah, everyone should have an I voted fucking line on their thing. We're going to add something called a truth flashback. If you aim at the weak spot and hold down the left mouse button. Why? Then you'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can be shot at once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot. When's the best time to use a flashback? Well, you just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In this case, though, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck and have fun. How do I use a flashback? Make your argument. How do I use a flashback? Monokuma file number 2.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Hold Y?
But he was acting weird... how?
Am I supposed to memorize one of these?
Presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room.
I'm supposed to do it on these words, eh?
You absolutely take it. That's a natural reaction for any guy.
Yeah, true, I
The
agree.
victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
Yeah.
So, of course, I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
What am I supposed to...
You wish you'd taken me with you.
You can only memorize the yellow ones. Hearing Byakuya's comment about Chihiro being a girl. The Monokuma file number 2. I don't understand how this works. Only the yellow ones can be memorized. Hit Y on the weak point. Well, I hit Y on the weak point to fire the bullet. But it told me I should memorize a statement so I could then use that. I don't know what Monokuma file number 2 even is. Nah, shit.
Weird.
You take a yellow word and shoot another yellow word with it. Oh, I take one and then I use it. Oh, that means I probably have to take what Aoi just said. I forgot what she just said. Shit, I gotta let this play through again. How do I fast forward?
That's a natural reaction for any guy.
How do I fast forward?
The victim was Chihiro.
The victim was
who a
Chihiro.
girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was
Shut
no
up.
time for
Shut up.
pointless
I'm having you.
distractions.
You're getting away with this because I don't know how to play the game.
About that?
That's the only reason.
I wish you'd taken me with you.
That's the only reason. You're getting away with this because I don't know I don't know the rules. I don't know the controls.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the
Bam!
body.
Before we
But
found
he
the
was
body.
acting weird.
Ah!
How?
Ah!
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it. That's
At least
a natural
Genocide
reaction
Jill's
for
having a
any
good
guy.
time. Genocide Jill's having a
The
good time.
victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
Before we found the body. Bitch! Up yours.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was.
Took a
So
little
your
while to
claim
get
that
here,
you
but
went
we're
to the
here now.
girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer.
It's a good answer.
I must
That's
admit.
the right answer. That's the only answer. What is your response? Oh, yeah, Chihiro was the victim. I knew it was Chihiro, but it was before we found the body.
Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
The fuck you talking about? The reasoning is still too weak. Your fucking alibi doesn't check out.
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
That's all the evidence we need. What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like this has nothing to
What's
do
the
with him.
matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
What are you, fucking stupid?
There is.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The differences between this case and the other Genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden in there. What could it be? What? Make your argument. The library desk lamp. Ah.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And
Yeah.
I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
Yeah.
But Chihiro was suspended with
A
was
desk
some
lamp.
kind of rope. Was it not?
A desk
What?
lamp.
It absolutely was.
then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Yeah.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
Huh? Yeah,
I've never
bitch.
seen that rope before in my life.
Bitch, you're lying. You seen it from a desk lamp. I got it. Shot it from the side. Didn't even see it coming. Just bam, hit the corner.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before.
Fucking spend all your goddamn time in the library reading books like a nerd.
Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you?
My
And
god.
the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
Then Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this?
Oh, what a fucking
I killed
tool.
Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message.
No, I think you killed her in the boys' locker room,
I
actually.
intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it.
Yeah.
Is that about right?
Mostly. Not all of it. He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned, as if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
Yeah, there it is. Let's all vote. Yeah, everyone has made up their minds. Everyone vote right now.
I disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right?
It's too late. It doesn't matter if he refuses to succeed or whether or not he refuses to admit to it. If everyone votes him the killer, it doesn't matter what the fuck he has to say or his attitude towards anything.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
Oh, Hero, what are you saying, huh? Hero, you've been quiet. You've been especially quiet. Keeping your mouth shut, hoping that we don't spot you.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime.
All right, he's kind of hamming in on the I killed her in the girls' locker room.
Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait, what was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean... Can I really just accept what Byakuya said as the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said. Genocide Jack's present, the scene of the crime.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the...
You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right?
But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown.
You're a bad liar.
She was found dead in the girls' locker room.
Found dead.
There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Yeah, Dad, I'll be uploading the streams to the archive channel soon.
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
How did Chihiro even get into the boys' locker room?
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did you just take off your guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya had been so confident up until now. Maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
If there's anywhere else. Evidence that shows the murder took place somewhere else. There was something that was switched between the boys and the girls' locker room. The posters and the carpet. Oh. Posters.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
And the carpet.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel.
Yeah,
Don't
hot.
you think that's kind of strange?
Yo, Persian Slasher, thank you for the follow.
Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive gems of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile,
Who cares?
the boys' locker room
That's what I have to say.
a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
Very
And there's
sloppy.
one other thing
Very
I noticed
sloppy
about the
cleanup.
locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not the stain that was scrubbed away. It was moved. Ah, the carpet. Carpet, disappearing stain. You've got it all wrong. Just calm down and think about it carefully. Could you possibly have been more wrong? I'm ashamed to waste a ton of time on you. Fuck, I feel like I just embarrassed myself in front of everyone. Wait, what was I supposed to do? It was moved. What do you mean it was moved? Sakura's account. What am I presenting? Sakura's account? Genocide Jack, owie. Oh, the carpet. This one?
I got it.
Jesus fucking Christ.
The stain on the girls' locker room carpet.
Why do I have
wasn't struck
multiple
away.
carpet evidence? Why am I holding multiple carpets fucking cards in my inventory?
In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think?
What?
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime?
To point more blame towards Genocide Jill.
An even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
I've been wondering this. I've been wondering
To
this.
get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device.
This is
But
Leon's.
Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No.
She did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
Oh, this is why you were at the mailbox.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
He's right. Could Jiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? Dude, the card! Dude, he was at the mailbox. The broken e-handbook. Yeah.
Is it really possible?
Yeah.
Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it!
Shut up, Taka. You're not relevant.
Hacked her e-handbook.
Nope.
She was the ultimate programmer after all.
Oh, that was the thing. The broken e-handbook. That was the one. Also, Van Ocio, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. That was the wrong one.
She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Yeah? No, that's right. That's right. I fucked up.
She could get into the boys' locker room, no problem.
That was right. What he said was right. What Taka said wasn't. My bad. Taka's the misinformed one here. Taka needs the one who needs a good
Chihiro really have
smacking.
gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook.
Fuck! That's not it. It's not the hacked e-handbook. It's the fucking...
Really possible?
So what, it was what...
Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room
It was what he
somehow?
said?
Ah! I got it!
It was what Hero's talking about?
She must have hacked her e-handbook.
No, apparently that's not it.
She was the ultimate programmer after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it.
Must have hacked her e-handbook.
She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Yeah, I guess.
No, that's wrong.
Leon's handbook? Leon's handbook is the broken handbook.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
What?
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I can break it after the fact. You take it, you use it, yeah, it served its purpose, you fucking break it over your knee. You break your knee, and then you figure out another way to break the e-handbook.
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
The fuck?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
Break it after the
So,
fact. Doesn't make any
She
sense.
must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
No.
Psst. You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Okay, let's all vote for Byakuya. Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room. Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room. Byakuya is the one who did it? Really? No, that doesn't make sense. But still, I don't know what else I could do.
Hold on a second.
Oh, give us that important info that you've just been standing there silently not providing us with.
I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait.
Huh? Am I allowed to do?
What do you think you're doing?
Yeah, is this allowed?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Huh? For real?
Recess.
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or...
So what do you want to show us? She walks into the room and there's just a giant hole in the wall? She could have gained access through here.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in lead, and where she took us was the pool.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want to check it
Be sure to
again?
examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands?
Stop talking. Stop talking, Hifumi.
No way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not
Yeah, one of
that
the
I'm
girls should
freaked out
probably
or
do it.
anything, It's just based on religious grounds, you know?
One of the girls should probably do it.
Very well. I'll do it.
Ah, Sakura. Actually, that's the best option because she respected Chihiro.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Yeah, well, she's dead, so who really cares?
Sakura.
Who really cares what her dying wish would have
What
been?
is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about? That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her
Be sure
body.
to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Well, here's the thing about what's currently happening. Theoretically, Kyoko knows what they're searching for. Why doesn't she just fucking say it? Why are we going this whole roundabout way? Kyoko has already examined the body, thus she knows what they're looking for. Why is she being a freak?
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
Is what?
a
He's a boy? What?
I see. So she
Oh!
is actually a
Oh!
Interesting.
Oh!
Thank you for confirming this fact.
Oh my god!
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Damn!
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh!
What, you guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
Then he was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
That's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting.
Oh.
Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
How does her body still get placed in here? That means one of the girls' cards was stolen. Byakuya still got stolen one of the girls' cards.
Let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Listen, I still would have romanced her.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy, the thought had never even crossed my
Because
mind.
the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then,
That's why he liked hanging out with the bros.
Makoto's initial assertion.
That's why he liked hanging out with the bros.
The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the
Which
killer
is
could
easy.
have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
Exactly.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but
Oh, that makes sense why she doesn't want to
that does seem
work out
plausible.
with Sakura or Aoi. Because because Chihiro couldn't have gotten into the girls'
Well,
locker room.
I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
A little incongruity. What are you talking about? He's like a femboy. He has the body of a woman anyway.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries
Then he doesn't have
finally
tits?
become clear.
Is that what he's going for?
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Yeah, I'm still on the Byakuya train.
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Ah, he's off in his own little
Why does
world.
Byakuya keep talking calmly? To throw us off guard. What do you think would happen if you went all Leon and he was like, hey, I'm not the killer, you guys are stupid. What do you think would happen? Of course we'd vote him out. He's trying to make us doubt ourselves.
what about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
He's trying to make us doubt ourselves.
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it.
Yeah, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Jiro's death look like, yeah,
But
did he murder her?
I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What?
What?
Fuck that. Launch him out the
You
airlock.
Who accused him in the first place?
Fuck that. Launch him out the airlock. It'll be worth
Just
it.
seems to be too easygoing about all this.
That's what it means to
Like
be a
he's enjoying
manipulator.
solving the mystery.
What it means to be a
The
manipulator.
way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
Of course, why would he want
And
you
you
to
think
lead
that
on?
might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it.
What?
And Byakuya, when you found out
Alright,
the
this has
murder
gone
took
too
place
far.
in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you.
It just, this has gone too far.
And then again, when you found
Too
out
far
Chihiro
into the
was
realm
actually the guy.
of fucking weird.
If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh?
Acting.
Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit.
The classic defense. I'm not the culprit, so thus, I can't be the
I
culprit.
just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
This doesn't make sense. What a fucking
I
idiot.
find it very hard to believe.
Yeah, let me just alter the scene of the crime. This is why you don't mess with the scene of the crime.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
if you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say?
Hardly matter.
Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Dude, fuck if I know at this point.
I don't think I can say for sure.
I'm all
without
board
thinking
launching you
about
out the
it a little
goddamn
bit.
airlock.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
Okay, it's Hero.
No, I'm with Makoto.
It's
If
it's
there's any
Hero.
doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility.
It's Hero.
Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to
Dude,
make our decision.
I don't know who the fuck it's supposed to be if it's not Byakuya.
Very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game
If it's
of
not
hide
him, then
and
it's
seek?
Hero. Because Hero has been quiet. Hero was at the mailbox. He's like, I wouldn't look like I was looking in the mailbox or anything. Well, he did say, I haven't taken a look inside the mailbox. And then he proceeded to use the mailbox with the student IDs as evidence during this case. Weird. If Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure about. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means the killer is a guy.
I got it!
Guaranteed it's a guy. Since the crime scene was in the boys' locker room, you would need to be a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Hero's motive? I don't fucking know. Get out? Whatever his secret is. Celeste's account. Whatever his fucking
Isn't there
secret that he didn't want
a
out.
clue that might lead us to who did it?
Celeste's account.
Well, clues
She
are
was
one
working out. She was going to the gym
Did
with a blue
nobody get a
tracksuit.
look at the killer?
A blue
I'm
tracksuit.
sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Celeste.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Come on, Makoto. Don't scare me like that. Make me think something weird's going on. Celeste's account. Celeste did see her.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Ah! I don't know what to use my bullet on. It doesn't make sense.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing.
Maybe I should just listen to it all.
Did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Yeah.
Even that might be enough for
Yeah,
now.
Celeste saw her.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
Oh, thank fucking God. Maybe I should fucking listen to it all before I fire my bullet and waste my life.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
I feel like we should still call Chihiro a girl. Why hide
You
it?
mention it, yes. I did see him.
I like Chihiro better as a girl.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse.
True.
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag.
He's just a femboy.
And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
There were some lockers I
It
tried
seems
searching, but it
likely
said there
that
was
the
nothing
culprit
else.
destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
That's when he said something that struck me as rather odd. Chihiro just leans over to her. He's like, you know I'm a boy, right? Well, I better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
It was just like Sayaka's murder. Sayaka and Leon's.
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Yeah, because he was a
Probably
boy.
'cause he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much.
I tell you what, it wasn't me.
Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
It wasn't me who he trusted.
Ooh, what a marvelous friendship! The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
True.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Do I?
Huh?
Do I?
You know who the killer is.
I don't know who the killer is!
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Mondo?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of.
Mondo. Wait, the whole, like, oh, that he trusted him very much. It'd have been Mondo. Because Mondo said like, oh, I'll always, but Mondo like swore like, oh, I'll always protect you or whatever. Thus, that would give reason to trust him very
Focus
much.
on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
A track jacket and a duffel bag.
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
I
Easy for
don't
you to say.
know what you're saying.
Fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse.
Yeah, perfect. We've got the killer
All
now.
The bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Why are you going around in circles? Just fucking... Why are you making me figure everything out? Does Jiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow, it's really hard to believe. What? What is she fucking doing? Celeste's account. I already used Celeste's account. Am I supposed to
First of all,
absorb
we know where
a
Chihiro
bullet?
was headed.
Yep.
He was
Chihiro's
on
head.
his way to go exercise.
True.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
Who gives a fuck?
What do
It
you
fit
mean,
him.
the specific tracksuit?
It fit him.
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. 'Cause exercising sucks.
I believe
I
that.
have a white tracksuit personally. I got
Okay.
it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
What? She's right. What he said now is really odd. How did he know something like that? How did who know something like what?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed.
Hero?
He was on his way to go exercise.
Yeah.
So next we have to ask, why did he
Hero. He got his from the warehouse. But Celeste was in the warehouse. She's not always in the warehouse.
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that
Is that it?
tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
Is that it?
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
Fair enough.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse.
Fuck, that's not.
know.
It's not an
Did
option.
any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
Dude, I don't fucking
way.
know.
Not a chance.
Dude, this whole absorbing a bullet thing really threw a
What he just said without even realizing it?
wrench in my whole thing. How do you know something like that?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He
Celeste's
was on his
account.
way.
He's on his way to go exercise. I can't use the exercise thing against anyone. I might just fire this bullet at something.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit?
The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? Probably. Killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? Is that it? Is that it? Did I pause it? I don't fucking know. The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him, but I don't know the colors of the other's black tracksuits. Celeste's account. Why am I using Celeste's bullet? The killer was using the same blue tracksuit. Probably.
My tracksuit is...
My tracksuit is black. Am I just gonna fire a bullet at this? Dude, I don't even know. I don't know what to fire my bullet at. Nothing... Ah, shit. Someone give me a hint. You can check the bullet in the menu. How do I check the menu? Bullet. Celeste's account. One night on the murder, right before nighttime, Chihiro was spotted leaving the warehouse. It was some stuffing with the blue exercise clothes into a duffel bag. Presumably it was one on their exercise, but the clothes were not found at the scene of the crime. Celeste had not told anyone about Makoto. Celeste had not told anyone other than Makoto about this encounter. But now everyone knows about the encounter. My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit.
Everyone already currently knows the situation now, though.
Sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must.
All right, here's my question. Do I need to absorb a bullet? Do I need to absorb text? That's my thing. Do I need to? No. Okay.
Did
Okay.
any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit
Shit.
is?
No way.
Dude, this one's hard.
Not a chance.
This one's fucking hard.
You
It
heard
just
him,
doesn't
right?
add up.
What he just
I'm
said.
fucking trying to form an argument off of nothing that I know. Something is really odd. How would he know something like that?
First of all, we know where
Because we've already gone through the details of everything.
he was on his way to go exercise.
Yes.
So
True.
next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
Sure.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as...
No, that's wrong.
Sure. Dude, I don't fucking know.
Hold on a second, Mondo.
Got it.
What did you just say?
Mentally dismantled on purpose.
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then I assumed he headed off to exercise.
She never said anything about the jacket's color.
Well, I honestly, can I check the transcripts? Can I check the transcripts of this game? Oh, I can. Can I check the transcripts during one of those, like, QuickTime events? I don't think I'm allowed to. probably. I can? Dude, I could have sworn I tried to open the transcripts and it didn't work.
So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
You know, I know the color, but nobody else does. But that's such a fucking specific detail. It's such like a random specific detail. Because Celeste specifically says, I didn't tell anyone about this encounter that I had with Chihiro other than you. So she tells me that. And then like to go into like the nitty gritty and be like, no, I also didn't tell anyone when repeating this event that I'm recounting to everyone. I left out the color. No one brings up the color at any point. It's fucking...
What are you? You just...
It's weird.
Hey, Celeste. What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
It's weird. This one was weird.
Was blue?
And before we began the trial...
Dude, it was Mondo.
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Dude, Mondo, why would he do this? He swore on his brother's name.
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
I thought Mondo was one of the good ones.
He could have known what color the tracksuit was.
Why would he do this?
Is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
He swore to protect her.
Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either.
He stuffed the jacket into the bag in a hurry. It was almost like he was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Oh, man.
It would appear
Mondo.
you dug your own grave.
Perhaps.
Why'd you do
You
this?
handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did.
Dude, why couldn't it have been Byakuya? Dude, I've been fucking waiting for this idiot to fucking bite the dust and die. I'm gonna feel bad for Mondo as well.
Tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Oh my god.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff,
Oh
wasn't it?
my god,
Your
dude.
true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
Oh, is that why you just stood there quietly while we accused Byakuya? While we almost accused Byakuya of being the killer? While Byakuya almost accused Toko of being the killer? Is this why you just stood there? You've been metagaming in your mind this entire time. Kyoko. You fucking idiot.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
The way he talked, the way he was acting, because I hate him. I don't know, the way he talked? I don't know. The way he was acting? The way he talked.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off.
He said he was never distrust the trust of a woman or something.
Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently.
Yeah,
You
I did
only
actually
call
know that.
Guys, dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude.
Did he?
Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You notice such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful.
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Wait. At what point did he start doing that? Like, once the investigation began, he started calling Chihiro dude? What? I talked to him twice. And he repeated the same dialogue. So technically speaking, I talked to him once. When we found the body, we talked to him in the locker. Yeah, we talked to him in the locker room twice, and he repeated the same dialogue, so I skipped it the second time. Interesting. Damn.
Mondo, was it really you?
Damn, Mondo. How could you betray him like that?
Did you really kill Chihiro?
You know what? I kind of hated you because you punched me in the face. So yeah, you know.
I
thought I could trust you. I thought I could trust you. I thought you were one of the good ones.
I didn't kill anyone. You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
Oh, they're bros. Taka and him are bros.
True. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem.
Let's just
Seems we are all out of leads.
launch Byakuya out the airlock.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
I like his cool voice.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away?
Dude, it's gonna be like they
Fine,
kissed,
man.
and he realized he was a boy, and he's like, "I'm not gay," and then he murdered him.
If you really insist.
That's what it's gonna be like. He spotted them kissing.
Here it is.
Oh, the handbook.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found it on the ground, right? Then it must belong to Chihiro.
I got it!
Her handbook is missing.
We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
But it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
Why do people keep breaking their handbooks?
Imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
How does the culprit? How do people keep knowing how to figure out how to break it?
Were quite so fragile.
Monokuma's gonna hop in again.
They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would
Weird.
take an awful lot to break one.
Weird.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's.
How do all the guys keep
Useless
breaking
in the
it?
main hall.
Is it just their fat cocks that keep breaking it? What is it, huh?
That is a remarkably high failure rate.
Jesus.
There might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere. How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
How did the handbooks break? There's only one possible explanation. Hitting its weak point, exploiting a bug by hacking, by hitting it. By the apish way, smashing.
Has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah, you remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was. But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
the boys figured out how to do it.
Assume that someone's figured out its weakness.
To what, fucking Leon figure that shit
You
out?
know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
Yeah, what is it? Tell us.
You're asking me?
Go ahead and tell us.
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very
Just shake it.
not good.
It's just an Echo sketch. Just shake it a lot, everything goes away.
Tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break.
What about Taka's? Taka was holding his handbook. Taka's handbook should be broken. Mondo's should also be broken.
I flippin' knew it!
Yeah.
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna. The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees.
I thought that was Chihiro's handbook.
You don't get burnt, huh?
What?
It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried.
Oh, right. Taka did take off his clothes. Mondo didn't. Mondo refused to take off his
That layer
clothes.
of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning warning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Wow, interesting. I learned one new fact today.
Then why does he have Mondo's handbook? Where's Chihiro's?
Trifling speck of knowledge.
Unless Mondo is currently in possession of Chihiro's.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
I mean, yeah, Mondo's should be
Meaning
broken
the
well.
culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said
Oh,
he
it
didn't
is
find
Mondo.
Indeed.
Dude, fucking,
Quite the
let's just kill
mystery.
Byakuya. Let's kill Byakuya,
What
call
if
it
they
a day.
found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
Alright, yeah,
What
we've
if the
already figured
killer
out.
took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know
Oh,
someone who did.
Mondo.
Seriously?
Why did he betray her? I'm gonna keep calling
I think the
Chihiro
one
a
who may
her.
have taken their handbook into
Maybe
the sauna
Chihiro
was-
wanted to always be referred to as a female. Definitely pulled off the look. I don't know Chihiro's wishes. Who might have brought their handbook into the sauna? It had to be one who wore all of their clothes into the sauna. It was Mondo. I'm sorry, Taka. Your boy, your manly bond.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
No.
Why do you keep accusing him?
Taka, I'm sorry.
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He
Taka.
would never kill.
I'm sorry.
I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Did I find it? What did I find? The broken e-handbook, Chihiro's handbook, a card reader.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
You broke
In
your
other
own
words,
handbook.
If Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
I don't know
My
what to use.
goddamn handbook works just fine.
Broken handbook. That's Leon's.
See? Look,
Chihiro's.
Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Card reader? I feel like the card reader is what I would use. I'm sure if Mondo's handbook broke during their sauna showdown, if he can just prove that, then that will show that the handbook Mondo has must actually be...
Let's
Yeah, the card
test
reader.
Makoto's assertion.
I think the card
If
reader is the
what
one.
he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words,
Because the broken handbook is
Mondo's
Leon's, and
handbook
Chihiro's
is
handbook really has
actually
nothing to do with
broken.
anything.
then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Do I shoot it at that? Was there another one other than that one?
See? Look,
Wait.
Makoto was wrong after all.
Ah, I'm supposed to shoot at the other one.
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
He can prove it. My handbook works just fine. Prove it at the card reader, I think, is what I meant to say. I think that's what I'm supposed to do.
Let's test
Sorry.
Makoto's
I didn't know. I forgot
If what
Taka
he says is
immediately
correct,
had lines
then
after it.
Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is
Mondo, why'd you
actually
do it,
broken,
buddy? I thought you were one of the good ones. I thought I could trust you. You said you would protect
Well, my
her.
goddamn handbook works
Prove
just
it.
fine.
Fuck, I missed. I missed. Oh,
Makoto was wrong.
the
after all.
fog.
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
I missed. Okay. How do I fast forward? How do I fast forward, huh? Is that a
Let's
thing?
test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct,
I don't know how to use
then
aimbot.
Mondo,
The right bumper?
you broke your own handbook.
Is that how I do it?
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Oh, that's the wrong one? The hell are you talking about? Shut up, you little bitch. Wait, what? It's not the card reader?
Let's test
But the
Makoto's
broken
assertion.
handbook.
If what he says is correct, then Mondo,
I could have sworn it would have been the card reader. What about the broken one then?
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken,
Broken
then
handbook?
that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
No.
What about the broken one? This is Leon's. This is Leon's.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
Oh, because Leon's never actually broke, so he's borrowing Leon's. Oh.
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works.
Oh.
I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
Oh.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's.
And Leon. Why couldn't have Byakuya
Doesn't
done
that
it?
violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well,
He's
here's how
borrowing
I
it.
look at it.
You're just borrowing from a dead
There
guy.
is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
It's cheating
Well,
then.
Mondo,
Anyone can just take whatever
I'm
handbook
wrong
they
about
want
this.
then.
You're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong. You are
And
wrong.
I'm gonna
You
feel
have
bad
to
about
be
this
wrong.
death too.
Everything you
I only want
just
Byakuya
said
to
is
die.
wrong. You made it all up.
I just want Byakuya
Okay.
to die.
then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear, and we'll...
Ups. And we'll all do whatever. The climax interference. Oh, god damn it. Chihiro's stuff in the bag. Celeste is there. Ah! Oh, it's just me. It's me, little Chihiro. Just your average everyday girl. Just your average everyday girl. She leaves. What is this? What is she holding? Her duffel bag. She spots her. She's leaving. What is this? Is that the right one? I don't know which other one would look good. Oh, no, this one. She spots it. What am I looking at? Celeste? Oh, that's Celeste's hand. Oh, yes, she has a little thing. She spots it on her body. She stuffs it. She stuffs it in her bag. She runs out. What does this say? Act 2. Oh, she stuffs it. She's in the hallway. The girls' locker room. She heads to the boys' locker room. In the boys' locker room. What is this? I don't know what anything is. The boys' locker room. She goes in. Is that her hand? Very weird. Uh-oh. She walks in to the boys' locker room. She's in. She walks in. Mondo's just chilling there. She's like, for fuck's sake, the jig is up. God fucking damn it. She's in her locker. She's in her locker. What the fuck is this? She's in her locker. He locks the door? What is this? No, he's pumping some iron. He's pumping some fucking... He's ripped. He's pumping the iron. He takes the iron, she fucking turns around, he bashes her over the head with it. The dumbbell is now on the floor. No, wait, the dumbbell is still there. Wait. Let's just remove that. What is this? He smashes her. Where's the... It has to be there. It has to be that one. Right? He smashes her. Oops. I don't know what goes here. Fucking... He drops it. Okay, let's leave that one blank. He drops it. He's fucking freaking out. She's dead. He fucking killed her. He rolls up the carpet. He rolls up the carpet. He... What? Takes the poster? Oh my fucking god. These get harder and harder. Rolls up the carpet. He takes the poster. He picks up her body. He takes her body. Dude. This one is fucking wild. Did I mess something up? In. Did I mess something up? Everything checks out to me. Five of 11. Jesus Christ, I need to just get rid of some of this shit. Act 4. Byakuya walks into the girl's room, spots her. Dude, this one's fucking difficult compared to the last one. He walks in, takes the rope, ties her up. Makes it look like it was someone else. Makes it look like it was him. Act 5. What is this? Oh, the sauna. So he walks to the sauna? Where's the sauna come into play? Ah, the sauna. Act 5. He walks up to the sauna. I think that's the sauna. This doesn't look like the sauna. I think it is, actually. He lights it. Dude, what? What? What's the last panel? Oh, is the card no, he's holding the card. Act 5. He takes the... Can I, like, hit go? Like, oh, okay, we're all good. And then, like, will it tell me if I'm wrong? Do I get multiple tries at this, or is it just, like, a one-go type thing? Ooh, I think this is the final panel. He walks away. The sauna is on, he walks away. He takes the card reader, I think. Opens up the thing, throws the card in there. If you lose, you just lose time if it's wrong. Ah. I think that's good. From here is where in. So he takes the card. In. In where? Where does he go in? The girl's room? He goes in. The girl's room. Sure. Maybe. Maybe. He rips down the... He takes the carpet. Takes down the poster. Picks up Chihiro. Oh, wait. The card might go... Where did I put the card? Ah, shit. Maybe the card goes there. No, wait. This is just this panel. So that means this one doesn't do anything. Ah! Ah! That means this one isn't this one, because this one is just that one. So what does Act 5 begin with? Oh, this. Right? The sauna. No, this one goes here. And then this one. He walks up to the sauna, throws it in, and then it's lying there on the floor. Right? Something like that. He walks up to the sauna, throws it in, there and there, and bam, it's lying on the floor, and it's leaving there. Something like that. Something like that. Picks her up. What does he do after he picks her up? Takes her card? No. What if that goes there? That's there, and then he rips it there. Or something like that. Something like that. Takes the... I got 11 fucking minutes. Takes the dumbbell. Turns around. Smacks her with it. Alright, there's blood on the fucking thing now. That's like the only one it could be. Or smacks her. Bam! The painting gets splattered with blood. And then he takes the dumbbell. The dumbbell drops. The dumbbell is on the floor. Yeah, because this dumbbell is just this dumbbell. Alright, let's just see what we're rocking. This is good. Walks up to the thing. Boys. Did she scan it or did she enter it first? Which one goes first? This one, then this one. I think she scans first. In. Alright, let's see what happens.
You!
Let's see what
First,
happens.
Let's take a look back to before the incident.
I don't think I got it.
Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse.
I think I'm
correct?
missing something.
At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag.
Yeah, her clothes. Jeez. Got my water bottle.
That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime.
True.
She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys'
All right,
locker room?
we're not calling into question whether or not she has a penis. All right, we're calling into question who murdered her.
Simple, because she was really a he.
Yeah.
Which is why he was able to use his own handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room.
All right, so that's right.
Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him.
He's working out, all right? He's working to
Seems
sweat.
likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro.
Turn around, blood splatter.
And attacked him.
Splatter on the poster. Splatter on the ground.
That's where the blood stains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
So far, so good. Drops it. Fucking, wow, I killed the person I swore to protect, you bitch.
It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
Rolls up the carpet. The poster's wrong. I didn't lay my reasoning right. I need to rearrange the event. The poster's wrong. He rolls up the carpet, then what? Oh, he takes down the poster. Oh, I think he takes down the poster. Rolls up the carpet, takes down the poster. Then what? I don't know what this is. He's just he locked a door. He takes down the poster. Where's he hang up the poster? Where was that one? He hangs it up. He takes this. He gets into the girl's room. He brings her in there. The posters are now swapped. This is the boys' room. This is the girls' room. He walks in, takes the thing, ties her up. Posters are now already switched. Walks into the sauna, throws it. I think the locked door could come into the play. I think this might be the final one. No, this is definitely the last one. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that one is. I think that's it. Walks in, ties her up. I think that's good. I don't know what the fuck this is. Doesn't look like the sauna. If he opens the door or what? How do I fast forward? I want to fast forward. Rolls it up. Tears down the poster.
Why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First,
I got
pulling
time.
up the bloodstained carpet.
I got time.
Then, removing the bloody poster.
Picked her up. Nah. Dude, what? He picks her up, then what? What are you talking about? He picks her up, opens the door. Huh? Picks her up. I got 8 minutes. Picks her up. This is just that one. Opens the door, takes the key card, goes into the girls' room.
The killer is
Let's just keep doing this. I got fucking all the trial and error in the world.
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. Then,
Yeah.
removing the bloody...
Yeah. Picked her up. Dude, what the fuck does he do after you pick up Chihiro? Oh, I got a life bar. Oh, shit, I didn't even see that. I was covering it up. He picks up Chihiro, then what? Picks up Chihiro, then what? What does he do after he picks up Chihiro? He grabs the card? He grabs that, picks up Chihiro. The girls' room? Maybe? Picks her up, goes to the girls' room, grabs the card, opens it. No. No. This definitely goes there. What happens? Goes in. Drops her on the ground. Then goes to her normal. Alright, what act am I wrong? I mean, I know what I'm wrong here. I know where I'm wrong. But Act 3. Picks up Chihiro. You just pause it. Picks up Chihiro. Dude, I don't fucking know. Goes to the girls' room, tears down the poster, picks her up. I don't fucking know. Enters the girls' room. Places her down. She's now in the girls' room. The posters are still there. Byakuya walks in, ties her up. This is all good. Writes the fucking thing. That's all well and good. Alright, is Act 5 wrong? Is Act 5 currently wrong? I need to know. This is... I'm calling in a hint. Calling in. Phoning in a friend. Hello? Hello? Regis Philman? Regis Philman? Isn't that his name? Or am I wrong? Good on Act 5? I'm just wrong on, like, Act 3. Act 3 just doesn't make sense. He picks her up. What? Goes to the girls' room. Card. Enter. He's got the card. I think the fucking door does go there. He picks her up, walks to the girls' room, grabs her card, opens up the door. Opens up the door. Opens the door? Opens up the door. Does he put up the poster? He doesn't put up the poster. The poster is still in the girls' room. Oh, he does put up the poster. Oh, he did swap the posters. This is the girls' room. She's dead in the girls' room. Oh, he does put up the poster. I think we're good. I think we're good. I think this is it. I think that's it. Jesus fucking Christ, that one was hard. This is chapter 2 of 6?
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. Then, removing the...
Yeah, they removed the poster, picked her up. Eyed the girls' room.
And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary.
Dude, it's so hard to get the
locker
piece
room,
of the puzzle when it's just like a fucking looking through a spy
this
hole.
alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Right, puts up the poster.
And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no.
And then Byakuya fucking walks in, literally no motivation whatsoever. Yeah, I'll just tamper with the scene of the crime.
Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated.
Wait, I thought Monokuma makes an announcement when there's been a dead body discovered. Why wasn't this? There's a dead body, Byakuya walks up, he discovers it. Why didn't an announcement go off?
So, after stumbling on the crime scene...
Oh, 3 people! Right, I forgot about that.
He went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work.
Forgot about that stipulation. Ties are up.
He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime.
He did uncover a second
He
murderer,
wanted
though.
to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook.
Bzzz.
And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget.
Bzzz.
Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna.
Mondo.
The reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook.
Why?
And that's how it all played out.
Jesus fucking Christ. Man.
Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
Why'd you do it? Why'd you do it?
Wait.
That took way too long.
No. This can't be right.
That took way too long.
Where's your evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence? You need evidence. You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Evidence that Mondo is the killer that already revealed itself earlier into the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. A new element has been added to the bullet time battles. Oh, fucking Christ. More? Let's talk a little bit about fever time and nega time. During the bullet time battles, if you press the space key, I don't know what button that is, fever time will activate. The tempo will force it to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. So you can push all the buttons however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. But this only lasts until your focus gauge runs out, so you better make the best use of your time. Of course, it would not be fair if you only got to access the special time, right? So if we're also prepared for something called nega time that your opponents can use, if your opponent activates nega time during the time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you were to activate fever time at this point, no, never mind, I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent... How do I activate this on controller? What button, huh? A and Y are like the things. I forget how to do this. I'm gonna get a game over. Again. The moment of truth.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False.
Sorry.
Show me some evidence. I won't listen! False!
Sorry,
I
Taka.
refuse to vote! Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen!
Dude, I don't know. What button is it?
You. False! Show me some evidence!
I'm fucking nailing it. I don't know the button. Broken e-handbook.
This should prove it.
Jesus Christ. I pressed all the buttons during nega time. It didn't activate.
My thinking so far is right,
Oh,
Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that,
hurts to see sad Taka. Yeah, Taka is just like,
We
he
don't
just
gotta
doesn't
do
want to
that.
believe it.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
Dude. Dude. Results. A. Fucking C. Shit, A. 77. Oh.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with.
Man.
Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No
Man.
waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank. Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will
Byakuya.
you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Let's all vote for Byakuya.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Let's all vote for Byakuya. Alright, game. Do it. I just feel bad about it again. This time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was... Mondo Iwata.
Unbelievable.
In case you were wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. Kiyotaka. You're trading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. Oh, he fucking... There's no way. No way he would have killed someone.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. But for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the control key to fast forward the text. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about, even though you're a boy, no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell. The inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him, and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak.
Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced that revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma would have sent him spiraling into despair. And yet...
I'm sorry.
I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But...
I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I could tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so... that day, he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
Dude! When he decided to go start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yep, it sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were, so Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret.
uh-huh.
Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to be. Dude, Mondo, why, dude? Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help me give some courage. So we went and asked Mondo to help him to become strong. That was his aspiration, and he thought that only with Mondo's support would he be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he made to Chihiro. Huh? He did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he had made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep his secret? Because if everyone knew he had been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so... he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him into the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see? Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who'd he'd also kill. Yeah, what are you talking about? To like, oh, this was to keep the secret, but you fucking murdered him! Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys treated each other... you guys trusted each other, right? So why did you... Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories a secret exposed.
What is this?
It's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone? It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you that embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know?
Hey,
You want to know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all of the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble, but the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. That's not that bad. It's bad. Mondo's older brother was named Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family. Growing up, he was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he initiated him in everything that he did. He imitated him. Mondo was the epitome of a stray-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, #1 in the gang, and his #2, his younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy, but when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very own soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands, Mondo just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang, which is why...
I
gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on that night, his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... Dude, this isn't him killing his brother. This is his brother getting into an accident. Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. "My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry." Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. "Hey, kid. The rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. 'Cause it's the team you and me put together. It's... a promise between men." He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother, he could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and killed himself. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I'm
strong. Strong. And yet... As soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why. Dude, this is so fucking bad on his end. And after I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with all kinds of fuzzy uneasiness, and I just started swirling around. I'd never felt anything like it before. Didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down to my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. Right there, told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden? Huh? Because, I mean, you've kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would... You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrapped myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of myself. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living to myself. I had to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what you're saying is, I should just say it.
What?
You're saying,
What?
if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secrets? Huh? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I never had, so I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me. You making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You're really strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? Was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Strong, strong. Stronger than
You
you.
son of a bitch!
And stronger than Daya. Don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him, down on the ground. Dude.
I killed him. I killed Chihiro.
Such fucking bad. It's so bad. Such a bad motivation for him. Gives a fuck about the bike gang. Just let the fucking bike gang fall apart.
Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been.
Yeah.
And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't. You bastard. Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead and say it again, I dare you.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but... Unfortunately, I can't do that right now, because it's time for punishing. Because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing?
It can't be.
You mean execution?
Well now,
That's what I promised you, right? The blackened that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
Oops. A special punishment for Mondo Iwata, the ultimate bike gang leader. No, wait!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I said wait!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Ah, shit. Did I hate these? Especially, once again, I feel like, obviously I fucking hate that he killed Chihiro. But like, fucking... It still doesn't make me hate Mondo. Don't like Mondo because he killed Chihiro. Cage of Death. Honestly, you just lose momentum. And he just got spun around, then he was dizzy to death. What? What? That was not, I don't think that was as brutal as, I don't think that was as brutal as Leon's. It's kind of weird. You got fucking spun in circles. You got turned to butter. That doesn't make sense. You got turned to goop. It's not as brutal. That wasn't as brutal. Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be. My brother. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. Feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. Dude, Taka, don't get your fucking self killed by emotion. As Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again, but he of course had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game. Byakuya?
What is this?
Completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do, because this game is life or death.
Hey.
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except for that.
However,
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime? Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless, but like the voice of death, it chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual. So you ignored the nighttime rule too? That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I'd looked inside and saw the corpse. You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well...
So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed, but if that had been the end of that, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up? After hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene? But damn, man, if we hadn't figured it out who really would have done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously, I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Byakuya turned and looked at me in the eyes. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did. And I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Once I do decide to become blackened, I know who I'll have to watch out for. What?
correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
And yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving
Hey.
on. There's something I'd like to ask
What's
Monokuma.
this?
Oh, I'm up next.
You.
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why? Do you like them? But do you know this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. This punishment, all this despair is the gift of mankind itself. You're over-exaggerating. I'm not even over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair. What do you mean? 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 Mean. Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me.
Ooh, how
Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. Oof. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I have achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you, understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up.
Oh, so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Dude, fuck Byakuya. Much as I want him dead immediately, I feel like he's definitely gonna last until, like, the end. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom and the curtains closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo, but I knew that wasn't the end. The game of killing would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying...
Who is this?
This is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring?
What girl? There hasn't been a girl killing.
Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part.
Is there a fucking... a plant? I wanted to mention this at so many points in the story, but I never really fucking found an opportunity. I've been questioning in my off time. I was like, what if there's like a plant? Like, what if there's like a plant within the group? But I never knew who it was.
You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right?
I don't know who it would be. Hifumi maybe,
Well,
probably?
no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
I think that's, clearly meant to sort of red herring you onto Byakuya, but I don't think that's Byakuya. There's one thing I'd like to ask
As long
you.
as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Could be Kyoko. Kyoko never answered what ultimate thing she was. Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
Ooh.
Quoi?
My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied.
Me? Who is me? She wanted to know who I was?
In the hole.
Or they wanted to know who I was?
And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
I don't know who this could be. Weird. There's a mole. I've always questioned that there was a mole. I thought that there could be a mole, but I guess there is a mole. But I never really got to who it would be. And I still don't know. Maybe I'm the mole. Maybe I'm the mole and I don't know it. To be continued. That'd be a twist. Yeah, I got a crazy diamond jacket. Wanna save? Yeah. Save the game. The game has been saved. Nope. 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 Save again. My goodness. Volk. That was the end of chapter 2. My god. Dude. I just want Byakuya dead. I just hope he dies. I don't like Byakuya. I wish he was the killer. This round, so I wouldn't have to deal with him all the other rounds. And also, people at some point have been mentioning that, like, oh, don't like any of the characters. All the characters are bad people. Dude, what? Chihiro was such an innocent character, through and through. Bunch of fucking whack. That's fake news, if you ask me. But, okay, guys. I don't know who the murderer is. I don't know who the mole is. Alright, we're on chapter 2. Oh, we're on chapter 3. Alright, guys. But anyway, that is going to do it for today's stream. For those of you who stuck around from Arnold's stream, I appreciate it. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at about 3 p.m. MDT. So, that's when I stream. That's when I play this. I'll continue this on Wednesday at 3. So I appreciate you all stopping by. It was very cool. I'll be back Wednesday. And, Jesus fucking Christ. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your night. Bye, everyone.